OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to advancing the social, political, and economic well-being of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. Based in Washington, D.C., with over 50 chapters around the country, we engage in issues like immigration, education, and fair treatment, among many others. We also provide resources and programs in order to build a pipeline of AAPI leaders so that our community can have a seat at every table.
Hello, everyone. This is H.C. Chang from OCA Greater Houston, all the way from the South, where it is still warm, even during the New Year. I want to wish everybody a happy New Year of the Ox. 新年快乐，恭喜发财，祝大家牛年扭转乾坤。Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa with the San Francisco chapter, and I thank you so much for coming to our celebrations. I hope you enjoy the Lunar New Year celebration. Chúc mừng năm mới.
Hi, I'm Jess, and I'm with OCA East Bay, Oakland, and we hope you enjoy this Lunar New Year celebration. Gong hei fat chai, Happy New Year.
My name is Jennifer Kaminsky, and I'm the president of OCA San Mateo. We hope you enjoy this Lunar New Year celebration and wish you a very happy New Year.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Santero with OCA Las Vegas, and we're excited to be coming together with all of our wonderful chapters and to be celebrating Lunar New Year with you and your loved ones. Happy New Year.
I'm Debbie Chen with OCA Greater Houston, and I thank everybody for joining us for these days of Lunar New Year celebration, and we wish you a meaningful and purposeful New Year. Happy Lunar New Year.
Hi, I'm Lisa Wong, president of the OCA Greater Cleveland chapter. Thank you for joining us for this Lunar New Year special. Happy Year of the Ox.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Hey y'all, it's Keisha. OAC Greater Houston and I are going to be collaborating on this year's Lunar New Year. We're talking tarot, covering karma, and all things spiritual. If you want to book a session, check out our Eventbrite page from February 12th to February 27th. I'll see you there.
For the remainder of 2020, OCA Greater Houston's citizenship forums will be virtual. Please help us facilitate the process by filling out your application on Citizenship Works platform. Go online to citizenshipworks.org/portal/Houston and make sure to fill out all the information possible. If you have any questions, please email erica.chambers@ocahouston.org or call 281-968-9131 for the next steps. Make sure to fill out your application so you can join us online for the virtual visit.
So in the beginning, I'm going to do a brief slideshow to talk about myself and being an author and coming up with the idea of the Tales from the Chinese Zodiac, and then we'll read the book together. So this is our friend Olivia. She is the ox, and this is her friend, the girl May. And so we're going to share their adventures in the year of the ox right after the slideshow. And this, of course, is the Chinese symbol for the ox. So I'm going to wish you guys happy Chinese New Year, Gung Hei Fa Choi, and hopefully 2021 will be better for all of us than 2020. As a children's author, I've had the pleasure of coming out to Houston before with the OCA and Dorothy Chow and Daniel Chow, and being able to come to a lot of Houston public schools and libraries and Taiwanese Association, etc. So I look forward to doing that in the future when we all can live a normal life with fantastic celebrations in person. But in the meantime, I'm happy to visit you all virtually today. And I love drawing, so I drew this dragon from my son's school when they were in elementary school. And here they are, Lucas and Eli. So this is how I all got started. Becoming a father changed my life, and these two guys inspired me to create children's picture books for them and for kids like you and your parents and teachers too. And they grow up fast, time travels quickly, and they're both in high school now. But along the way, they've had an enormous amount of amazing adventures, keeping me and my wife on our toes. And so we've tried to put all their energy in the stories we make so that when you have a chance to read them at school or in the library or at home, you can picture yourself in the shoes of the main characters and imagine that you're having that fantastic adventure. This is a little bit about myself. Originally from Los Angeles. Go Lakers and Dodgers. Just had to say that because it's a rare year that they win both championships. I'm sure Houston's time will come soon. I went to college at Harvard in Massachusetts, where I was a cartoonist for the school newspaper. And then I've worked with a lot of different companies in media, from book publishers to magazine publishers and even comic book publishers. I helped introduce Pokemon into America before a lot of you guys were born. After that, I did my first book. It was a graphic novel on 9/11. I wrote and I drew it myself. And then I wrote a book about Yao Ming, who was very near and dear to Houstonians' hearts. And I wrote about how he came from China to become the #1 pick of the Houston Rockets back in the day, and later eventually joined the Hall of Fame with Shaquille O'Neal. But with Lucas and Eli entering my life, I became a book publisher, and we started a Medium, a book publishing company in San Francisco back in 2005. And we've had the pleasure of producing more than 50 books. 40 of them have been featuring multicultural themes and characters, and 40% of those, and 25% have been bilingual. So we're going to share just a few of the titles with you now. We've done stories about superpowered babies, monsters, pirates, trains, and heroes and heroines from all around the world. This is our friend David Derrick. He's an animator. He used to work at DreamWorks, but now he's at Disney. He worked on the movies Moana and The Lion King, and we've done a series of fun animal stories where these creatures have big personalities just like you do. We've done a series of books about Chinese inventions with 3 brothers who get into a lot of trouble. This is a story with Felicia Hushino, who lives in San Francisco. This was her story about her own son taking a daydream into the sky. It was our first book that was bilingual in Japanese. And we've published the original stories of the Octonauts, which many of you are familiar with. We did the first 4 stories, and these have been super popular, of course, and launched the TV show around the world, as well as characters in 3D. This is our latest series on cool inventions from Asia. It's about a red panda. His name is Dao, and it's about Emma and Ethan, who become his friends, and he's a time traveler, Dao is, and he takes them back into the past to Asia to learn how these fantastic inventions were made and changed the world. So ramen, fireworks, and gunpowder and anime and manga. This is our latest story. We might have the pleasure of sharing it with OCA in the next few months. It's an illustrated anthology or a graphic novel about 20 Asian Americans who contributed to our country. So 10 women and 10 men from a variety of cultures and occupations, and we've had a great reception for it so far. It's definitely super exciting and beautiful to look at. But we're going to read a different story today. Do you guys recognize what kind of animal this is? What year it is? Okay, this is a big clue as to what we'll be talking about. So we do like doing stories with Asian American characters and themes. This is our story about Julie. She is a girl about your age. She takes a martial arts class after school, like many of you have. But along the way, she learns how to do lion dancing like they do at Chinese New Year. So this was a sequel when she goes for her next belt and she learns how to do other things, appreciating traditions, like we're celebrating this coming month in February. A lot of things that we would normally do out in person on the street, we need to do now at home just to be safe, but these traditions have gone on for thousands and thousands of years and definitely will continue to bring joy to us all. So we decided to create a series on each of the animals of the new year. All right, do you guys at home know what animal you are? I do. I am a rooster right down here. So we decided to start with the year of the dog and work our way around the circle and focus on how each animal is growing up just like you. They could be a boy or a girl, and they're eager to explore the world and meet new characters and friends along the way. They have to decide who they are and what they want to become. So you guys can follow with me now. What animal is that? Say it out loud so your parents can hear. If you got that right, we'll keep going. You can keep telling me what the next animal would be. Ooh, who is this? What sound does this animal make? What is very unusual about this character? Oh, who are these guys? Super popular. They may be the only character who's mythological. Ooh, this character is related to the last character. She is very slithery and has scales. Oh, this character has a lot of energy. Where is she galloping off to? Oh, so cute and fluffy, like a cotton ball. Who is this? Oh, this character has a lot of get up and go. Maybe you have been compared to this character in the past because you're so uncontrollably energetic. Oh, this character might wake you up in the morning. That's me. And who is that? Oh, man's best friend, woman's best friend right here. What sound does this character make? Oh, wow, I didn't know this character could do that. She's defying gravity. Wow, very pink, cute. Oh, and this was the character last year. Oh, this character, he is so curious and has quick wits. He had a tough year last year, but it wasn't his fault. Just remember that. And so these are the characters this year. Oh, right here. Oh, that's Olivia. These are her parents, mom and dad, and some friends. We'll meet the other friends very shortly. All right, so we'll just go through it again. That's Teddy the tiger, Rosie the rabbit, Dominic the dragon, Susie the snake, oh, Hannah the horse. Oh, that's Sydney the sheep, Max the monkey, famous monkey prince, son of the monkey king and the monkey queen, Ray the rooster, oh, Daniel the dog, Patty the pig, and Ralph the rat. So the last three stories were drawn by my friend Jeremiah Alcorn, who also did the artwork for our new world here of Olivia the Ox and her soul sister May. So the new edition is bilingual and simplified Chinese. So maybe you can read it, or your parents or grandparents can help read it to you. So we're revising each one as we go to be bilingual. So again, this is my friend Jeremiah. He's an artist, an animator. He lives in Alabama, just to the right of Texas. Do you think he's a good artist? I do. He draws for this TV show. You may have seen it. It's called DuckTales. So he helped create a new world every year with new characters who explore new parts of the environment and have definitely exciting times. So these are the characters for the year of the ox. They're brand new, different from those in the rat or the pig or the dog. And Jeremiah likes creating the characters in a lineup so you can see the scale, that is the size. And that way, when you see them again, you know that they're all in proportion. Small characters are small, big characters are big, and that gives you a consistency in this universe. So hopefully you can identify each one in the story. We always include all 12, so keep your eyes peeled. All right, so Olivia and May are definitely excited to share their adventure with you. All right, so I'm going to go this full screen so you guys can follow along, enjoy Jeremiah's fantastic artwork. I may make some sounds of the animals here and there, which is fine. And if I do, I want you to read them along with me. I want you to make sounds because that's what makes it fun. So here we go. The Year of the Ox, Tales from the Chinese Zodiac. And in each cover, you can always see the Chinese character. I won't point it out to you. You need eagle eyes to figure out where the Chinese character of the ox is. Olivia, got new 12 right there. Rotating through. Tiger will be the next, 2022. Okay. So if you're good readers at home, you can also spot what Olivia says, her dialogue. That's going to be bigger and bolder in the story. And if you want to read that along with me, you can do that too. So here we go. OCA Houston, this is for you. Light glistened off the morning dew, and the rising sun welcomed another day. Inside the stables, Mama and Papa Ox yawned. After a long night, resting in their bed of hay, they tickled their new baby. Oh, she's so cute. Mama smiled. Hello there, honey. Only a few hours old, the youngster was rustling about already. She had a sweet and peaceful manner, so Papa suggested, hey, let's call her Olivia. Good idea, Dad. The proud parents introduced the calf to their friends. She'll be a big gal, they all agreed. Mama whispered, tomorrow you'll meet the farmer's daughter. Her name is May. Okay. During her first visit, the girl petted Olivia and combed her hair. I know we'll be best friends, smiled May, and she adopted Olivia as her little sister. The grateful heifer promised, okay, you guys say Olivia's dialogue with me. I'll always look out for you. Sharing a bubbly spirit, the girls played tag, hide and seek, and kick the can. Have you guys done that before? In the countryside, the pair loved to stop and smell the roses. But sometimes their wild wandering would make quite a mess. Oh, look what happened. They got all dirty. Afterwards, Olivia's parents took her aside. Mama noted, honey, there's a time and a place for fun and games. Papa added, yes, dear, it's about time you learned to pull your own weight around here. The following morning, Mama and Papa showed her the shed where they got ready for work. Every day, the bull and cow would each carry a yoke. Okay, you see that yoke? And pull a plow. Ooh, where's the plow? Do you see that? Olivia wanted to pitch in despite Mama's misgivings. Papa pointed out, hey, but the yoke is heavy and tilling the ground is hard labor. Olivia boasted, okay, guys, read this with me. I'm a big girl now, and I can handle it by myself. But try as she might, Olivia was too small to plow the fields. Many times she got stuck in the mud, and she had to be rescued. Okay, you guys say that cow sound after me at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Moo! Ugh. After a long day, Olivia came home dirty and plumb tuckered out. After dinner, Mama advised, "Dear, maybe you could try a different job." All right, you guys read this with me. "Yes, I'd like that very much," answered Olivia eagerly. So the next day, May led Olivia to the nearby well to fetch some water. Gingerly, the girl filled her bucket and balanced it on her head. Have you guys ever tried that before? It's very hard. It takes practice. Her little sister bragged, "Oh, ha! I can carry much more than you." "Be careful," May warned as Olivia moseyed along with 2 buckets on her shoulders. They were almost home when a rooster bumped into them and crowed, "Cock-a-doodle-doo." Olivia slipped and spilled the water everywhere. After cleaning up, May thought of another chore for Olivia. "Hey, next week is harvest time. You could bring the rice to be milled." Olivia nodded and they prepared to collect the crop. Oh, you see the rice over there? Lots of work to be done. During the harvest, May loaded stalks of grain onto Olivia's back. "This is easy," smirked Olivia. But on the way to the mill, a snake darted in front of her. Started, Olivia scattered her load all over the road. Now both girls were embarrassed, but the weekend was here, and May's parents had planned to sell their vegetables at the local farmer's market. Olivia promised to behave, so Mama and Papa let her come too. Okay, looks like fun. You guys been to a farmer's market? The town square bustled with buying and selling, and May's parents displayed their bounty. Olivia marveled at all the sights, sounds, and smells. Oh, so much to do and see. Meeting a friendly rat, she followed it to a stall close by. Suddenly a yell rang out. Everyone give me a big yell. Eek! Soon a crowd had gathered to watch Olivia eat someone's fruit. She didn't pay for that. Neighbors wagged their hooves, Papa shook his horns, and May hurried to drag her pal away. After the commotion subsided, Mama moaned, "Darling, I guess you're not old enough to help us out after all." May and her parents were disappointed too, so Olivia trudged back with her tail between her legs. Aww. At home, Olivia wanted to prove she was a hard worker, but May's parents had business in town with Mama and Papa. Leaving to tend the fields, May told Olivia, "Oh, please, just stay behind and out of trouble." Alone with little to do, Olivia vowed, okay, you guys read this with me, "I'll show them somehow." Later, she heard a cry pierce the sky. Wah! As noises suddenly filled the air, Olivia rushed outside and couldn't believe her eyes. Everyone was running away from the farmland that was quickly flooding. Oh no, floods are terrible. The old dam had burst. Okay, everyone say Olivia's cow sound with me. 1, 2, 3. Moo! Bellowed Olivia, but no one stopped to help. Immediately she wondered, where is May? Olivia jumped into the rice paddy to search for her sister. Passers-by warned her, leave while you can. But she pressed on against the current and finally spotted May clinging to the branches of a cypress tree. There she is. Oh. Wet and worried, May was surprised to see Olivia. What are you doing here? There's no time for questions, Olivia sputtered. Get down and climb on board. How can she carry May? She's so small. She's doing it. Swimming towards home, Olivia picked up others stranded by the rising water. Juggling them on her shoulders, Olivia plowed ahead. At last, she clambered over the ridge to safety. Wow. But before they could catch their breath, they noticed the bank had begun to buckle. If it gave way, the water would flood the village below. May cried, "We need to warn the townsfolk." "Hurry up and go," replied Olivia, as she pressed her shoulder against the dike. "I'll hold it up." Hesitating, May hopped on her bicycle. "I'll pedal as fast as I can, and you'd better still be here when I come back." Oh no. Leaning against the crumbling wall, Olivia spotted a crack where water began dripping through. She needed to patch it, but didn't dare move. What could she do? Hastily, she stuck her tail into the hole. Blup. Wow, quick thinking, Olivia. The plug held, and Olivia sighed in relief. But feeling the world's weight on her shoulders, Olivia didn't want to let everybody down. Digging her hooves into the ground, she pushed with all her might. Okay, you guys at home, one last time with Olivia. Sound 1, 2, 3. Moo! Time crawled by. Just then May's family and Mama and Papa arrived with lots of helpers. As the waters finally receded, Olivia took a break. She was dirty, soggy, and hungry, but very happy. All right, just ignore that sound there. I'm getting rid of it. May hugged Olivia. "Thanks for coming back for me." Olivia blushed. "I know you do the same." Joyfully, Mama and Papa remarked, "You two are the bravest girls in the whole wide world." Soon life returned to normal, and Olivia and May played their games and roamed about as before. Their parents watched how they were growing up, both hungry for adventure and strong-willed. These sisters loved each other, heart and soul. May knew that Olivia was there for her when it counted, and everyone around would remember that this was a marvelous year of the ox. All right, so thank you very much for reading with me and sharing all those fantastic sound effects. This is a end part where we talk about the character of the ox, and this is what we do for every story where the main character has this fantastic adventure and discovers these qualities about themselves. So if you're born in the year of the ox, this one's for you. Those are these years that you're born in. If you know any babies born after February 12th, they're an ox. People born in the year of the ox are patient, stout, and down to earth. They are plain spoken and hard working, but sometimes can be creatures of habit, cautious and headstrong. Though they may be slow to rouse, oxen are dependable characters indeed. And so these again are all the friends we met along the way, and some more information about the book and other books that we've done, and uh, the critical acclaim that our stories have received. So,
Do you have like a favorite story or series that you have worked on or that you've published?
well, definitely the Zodiac series has been near and dear to my heart. We've done one a year for 12 years and completed the set. So we've had the pleasure of going back around the cycle now with the new bilingual editions of the books, and we'll continue to do so for the next few years. But along the way, we hope to come up with some new stories too. So our new story about awesome Asian Americans we're very excited about. We'll be sharing that with different Asian American associations across the country in the next few months.
And why do you think that it's important to highlight AAPI stories?
Well, in America, traditionally, uh, people of color have been underrepresented in children's picture books published here. The picture book industry is mainly focused on Anglo Caucasian characters, even though the amount of people of color have been increasing, so that even today, the amount of people demographically in our country, it's about more than 30% are people of color. They're only in probably less than 10% of all the children's books. So there's a large gap in representation, and that's one thing we wanted to address. We wanted to create fun stories that kids would enjoy and enjoy the art as well as the messages, but we also want to create stories which had people of color, even if they weren't the main character, they were part of the world, so people could see themselves in it. And I think it's been very important for us to do, and we've gotten a great reception over the years as we kept plugging away and continue to create more storybooks. So I think for kids to see themselves in stories, it gives them incentive to write their own stories too, and hopefully this imbalance will be corrected, and Americans of all stripes can appreciate the diversity of their fellow citizens much more than they have in the past and even currently.
So it was really cool to see how you highlighted like the Japanese stories and just all of the wonderful diverse stories that y'all have been publishing. Do you have like a goal for this year as far as like some of the other stories that you would like to tell, or a goal that you might have for 2021?
Yeah, we did do a storybook recently. It's right here. It's very small, but I'll bring it up close. It's called That Girl uh, on TV Could Be Me, and it's bilingual in Spanish, and it's from uh, a newscaster in Sacramento. Her name is Leticia Ordaz, and this is her autobiography. And it was just named by a children's committee as one of the best children's books of 2021 in Spanish. So we want to continue spreading the word, especially in Texas, about that, because we know there are a lot of Spanish speakers, and we think it's important for them to be able to read in Spanish bilingually. And it's also a story of a role model who can inspire kids, whether they be Latino, Latina, Latinx, etc., to pursue their dreams, even in a world where things may be seemingly stacked against them or going the wrong way. So we have a lot of stories which we want to continue to bring out there into the world and make people aware of.
Since we are celebrating Lunar New Year, what are some of the traditions in your home during the celebration?
I brought out my super secret case here. I'm gonna pick some things out of it. Oh, here we go. Oh, so you guys know what this is, right? So one of our traditions is to put oranges or tangerines in every room, and that's because these symbolize good luck. They're round and have this nice kind of almost golden sheen, which people enjoy. So this is a sign of prosperity. Oh, what else do we have? Oh, you guys get one of these, right? So this is a red envelope. Red is the lucky color, and this is a lycée or hung bao, and parents especially give this to children as a sign of good luck and good fortune. So we do that. And there are also special foods this time of year that you eat, which you don't normally eat at other times of year. You might have noodles, long life noodles. They're long and uncut, which symbolize long life. Other special dishes, which symbolize, health and fertility. And then you're supposed to, sweep the floor, clean the house, which commonly people do for spring as well. So yeah, those are some of the ones, especially also doing celebrations. San Francisco, the Bay Area, has a ton of Chinese New Year celebrations normally. Unfortunately, we won't be able to partake in those, but we usually are visiting a festival like every other weekend. So, but we're happy to do it virtually now, and that's what we'll be doing for the month of February.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, today, and for reading this wonderful book and just teaching us a little bit more about all the wonderful traditions. And yeah, we're excited that we'll be able to open up this celebrate this Lunar New Year, this year of the Ox, with you and with everyone, and we're just very grateful for that.
Yeah, well, thanks very much for having me. We wish you guys a happy Chinese New Year, and we look forward to sharing another story, another book with you guys in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.